Well, the game of cricket has been stopped for a long time because of the coronavirus disease that has been all over the world. Of course, many of the sporting teams will think that they were cheated out of a bit of time for their training, for their matches, and everything else. The West Indies cricket team is one of these who will not be able to have any part in activity at this point in time because of all the laws that have been written, the new laws that have been written in country to country regarding the gathering of people and all sorts of difficulties that could cause even more trouble with the disease. So it's the West Indies Cricket Board. And Roger Harper, the chairman of the selection committee, starts to think, well, will they be able to keep themselves fit enough? I'm surprised at that comment. Which professional cricketer does not want to keep himself professionally fit? This is the case with all these players. It will be the same for Australia, for India, for New Zealand, for Pakistan, and definitely it should be for the West Indies. What I thought he might have mentioned is to utilize this period of time to be able to look over some of the videos and see if he can bring some level of maturity to some of the younger players. Potentially good, but they are not able to formulate plans in their batting and more to a lesser extent in their bowling. What is necessary now is to get onto that video, have a look at Maya. Beautiful, strong young man, but he's not ready, he's not matured. He plays premeditated shots too early in his innings. He's a bottom-handed player and have not yet learned the art of using it intelligently. When he's got good sight, it's a good hand-eye coordination. And if the wicket is good, sometimes it works for him. But in the main, if the pressure in the early part of his innings is on the favor of the bowlers, he won't make it. There are others as well. So many of the youngsters have shown potential, but they're there for 4 and 5 years. That potential should be turning into stardom. Young Puran has done exceptionally well. His improvement rate was quite good. He uses the bat very powerfully off the back foot. But now he's paying a little bit more attention. He's putting his head down, regardless of whether it's a 50 over or whether it's the T20, which they're all preparing for at this point in time. Running between wickets. What I was worried about is they need to be fit to play T20. Who said not? Don't they have to be chasing the ball down the boundary at the boundary? Sometimes 3 consecutive balls. That's a lot of energy. Don't they have to throw themselves eventually to take catches? That's another part of the T20 game because there's that sort of entertainment and energy to put out in it. And then, of course, if the opposing team's got a good score, don't you have to put your head down and bat through it, simply because you've got to plan it. You've got to go at runs. It's not a question of premeditating anything. There must be no speculation. There must be a plan. The West Indies batsmen are potentially good, but they are not doing as well in the plans with their batting. The skipper Pollard has improved considerably. He was one time one of them, but he came on very nicely. Now he's a matured player. And there are others as well in the team, but there are other youngsters who will have to build in order to be able to match India or Australia or South Africa or New Zealand. Those are the teams that you've got to play against. So at this point in time, sit before the video, look at these youngsters, point out the problems that they have, the techniques that are falling apart in their batting, and see if you can make them better players, even if they're not in the nets having a good time, just flashing the ball and hitting it around. They're talented in that regard. They do hit the ball well, but they're not good planners. Okay, Roger, let's take them to the videos. Have a look at them. And you've got the experience, so you can do a lot of good things for them, even without them going to the nets. When they go to the net, then they will build on what you're telling them. And I hope it's a good one.